John and Maya were doing kind of bits and comedy all the way through when we were shooting, when we weren't. I was laughing kind of all the time. I loved it. I worked for like 4 days on it, so there were so many moments that were kind of funny and great about it because it was all packed into such a tiny period of time. I think, the first day I worked, I had not worked in a long time. I had just been mothering, and I was really actually kind of dying to go to work. I really missed it. And I went to work, and all of a sudden I was shooting that very first scene where I'm nursing my child, an 11-month-old. And of course, in a movie, when you're acting with an 11-month-old, they have to get twins. So I was acting with these two 11-month-old twins who were so unhappy to be in a movie. And so I kind of came to work thinking, oh, okay, I'm an actress again. I'm going to have this kind of moment to myself. And I spent the whole day, mothering these two babies. So that was funny. That was kind of funny for me anyway. Sam called me. I knew Sam well. He's a friend of mine. He'd worked with both my husband and my brother, and just said, will you come and do this little part in my movie? And I read it, and I just, for me, it's like I just know sometimes, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but I know there's something for me here, And I had that feeling when I read the script, and I just thought, I want to do this. I have some feeling about how to do this. My parents were pretty bohemian, but not quite in that way. I would say, when I was pregnant and my fantasy of being a mother was, that everything would be absolutely organic, that, I would have cloth diapers and hand wash them myself, and I would sort of talk to my daughter about her feelings, which I do that. I do talk to her about her feelings, but, all of these kind of fantasies that you have of what it will be like were kind of more in the LN direction. And I still do kind of lean in that direction. But I mean, she's like as far on that spectrum as you can possibly be. I definitely have a stroller. I live in New York. She's nursing her 4-year-old, I'm not that far over. But I thought it was funny, and I think I knew how to send it up because I do know a little bit about parenting that way. And I certainly, living in Park Slope, I do run into people who are further even over on that way than I am. It's funny, everybody asks me that. I think that it really depends on the project. Making independent movies, especially now when no one is making independent movies or buying independent movies, is very hard. When I first started making movies, it was a lot easier. I feel like, when Secretary came out, whenever that was, 2001, 2002, you could, if you had a good script and a couple of good actors, you could get a couple $1 million, make your movie. That is not true anymore. So to make an independent movie at this point is really hard work, to pull it through, getting its money, getting it made, getting it bought, then putting it out. You run into so many roadblocks that with a studio movie you just don't run into. And at the same time, there's this amazing pleasure about pulling something that's hard, that might be more risky and more unconventional, getting it into the theaters and getting people to see it, something that a studio might not otherwise have made. But don't get me wrong, I really like studio movies too. It's nice to have someone behind you and supporting you and pushing you, and to know that the work that you're doing is going to be seen by many, many people. I want people to see my movies. I make them so people will see them. So I actually really like both. Yeah.